Welcome to the Princess Power Hour, where we show you how to go from pauper to powerful by transforming your health, your wealth, and your relationships. Here's the princess of podcasting herself, Natalie Thomas.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have a great show. We have the beautiful Emily Langlois with us today, and we are going to be talking about how to slim without diets, pills, or long workouts. Now, we're filming this at the beginning. We're almost to the new year, and we know that that is so important to people in January. It'd be nice if it was important all year, wouldn't it? I mean, we'd like to say it is. But before I tell you more about Emily, I'm going to tell you real quick about my lipstick color of the day. It is my long-lasting lipstick, and it is in the color Caramel Apple Diamond. That is a limited edition color, and I just have a few in stock, but I have finished it off with pink glitter gloss. I just think glitter is the funnest thing in the world. And you know, it's not too overdone, but here's the super cool thing about my lipstick. It is kiss-proof, it is smudge-proof, lead-free, wax-free, vegan, cruelty-free, and you can get that over at www.lipstickkissesandlove.com. You pick out a color you like, you find a gloss, because the gloss is the secret sauce that locks it all in. You want to shake the color, put 3 light coats on, and then put that gloss, and it is going to stay there. Mine stayed on the other day for 12 hours before I had to take it off. So most people's lipstick can't do that, so it's pretty darn cool. So speaking of cool, let me tell you a little bit about Emily. She is fantabulous. She is beautiful. She is energetic and peppy. So she helps busy women become healthier, stronger, and happier through online exercise and nutrition coaching programs. After years of training women in person, Emily thought there had to be a better way to allow her clients to receive workouts and training tips, but not need to meet with her woman, in the gym 5 days per week. She's designed programs that work through an app on your phone so that you can complete the workouts anywhere, and the workouts are customized to what type of equipment you have. Now that's excellent. Emily is a certified personal trainer, weight loss specialist, and a certified group fitness instructor nationally. So welcome, Emily. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, I know you have a really interesting story about how you got started, and it ties in to the part that I talk to my listeners a lot about business and having your own business. You didn't start out having your own business. You started out doing something else. Tell us about that first.
Yeah, of course. So I actually went to college for human resources. I worked in HR for almost 4 years at some big corporations, and I just found that I didn't love it. I didn't have passion for it. I dreaded going in on Mondays. So I thought back, and what do I enjoy doing most? And it was fitness. It was being in the gym. It was talking to people about just small changes you can do that is really going to impact your health and help you reach your goals. So that's really what I felt the passion in. So while I was still in human resources, I, in the evenings, got my first certification from the National Academy of Sports Medicine, and I fell in love. I knew that fitness and learning about it and relaying that information is where my passion was, and it was what I was meant to do. So once I got my certification, I started just doing it part-time, getting clients, getting experience, and then I've transitioned it to full-time, and I still enjoy learning, so I continue getting those certifications because I think it's important to bring to clients.
It's very important. And I have found that when you talk to people that are entrepreneurs and building their own businesses, one of the most important threads is being teachable, having a hunger for knowledge. Otherwise, we stagnate. And especially in these days with technology going so quickly, I am so impressed that you had the wherewithal and forethought to have an app created to do this for women. So we're going to talk about the business side of it for a second. And then we're going to get into the tips about how to slim down without diets, pills, or long workouts. Now, don't we all want that? So, but how did you go about getting this app created?
Yeah, of course. So as you mentioned, thank you. So I started for years just training people one-on-one or in group classes. But I found that we are busy people. And so making our schedules work was hard. And, being a trainer for people to budget that is hard. So I wanted to be able to share my workouts and share coaching tips with people so they could go to the gym or work out in their home, but they didn't need me to be with them. So for a little bit, I just sent workouts. I would, tell people what to do, but that didn't seem efficient. So it's an app on your phone. You'll pull it up. And it's just like we were meeting in the gym. It's all of your workouts. It's the reps, the sets, the weights, if there are any. And if ever you don't know how to do an exercise, you could just click it, and there's a video to show you how to do it. So it's so easy. I even put in little coaching tips too. So, if you draw in your core or watch your wrists or things like that. So it's just like having that trainer with you, but it's on your phone, so you can do it any time of day and anywhere you want.
And I think those tips are actually very, very important. Some of us don't know how to do something right. I know that in yoga, if, let's say you go into a warrior pose and you have your knee over your toes, that's the wrong position. Mm-hmm. You have potential to hurt yourself. But when you have that coach there telling you what to do, so those tips are awesome. That's just a brilliant idea.
And it's also fun too, because you can rate the workout. So at the end of every exercise, you can say, loved it, hated it. You could say, stop giving me push-ups, whatever it is. Not that I won't give you push-ups if that's what you put, but I may take that into consideration. So it's really a one-on-one conversation. There's a messenger in the app. There's also a daily food log. So if you're looking to really slim down and just see where you're at nutritionally, you can put in your food for the day, and it'll tell you how many calories. It'll compare it to how many calories you've burned through your workouts in your daily life. And it also calculates your macronutrients, so your carbs, proteins, and fats too. So it does it all for you right in that same app.
Well, that's absolutely impressive. Thank you. I can see where people would really be able to take advantage of that. I had a Fitbit for a while. I think I lost the charger or something on a vacation and, kind of petered off using it after that. But my favorite thing was when it would have a little vibration party and make little fireworks go off on my arm when I had reached my steps for the day. And that was just simple, but it was definitely motivating.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see where an app could just be an awesome thing, and the simplicity of it. Time is so difficult these days. I know I was doing plank this morning while I was waiting for my dog to potty. We have a new puppy and we're trying to train her, and it's like you look around and like, okay, this is a good time.
Absolutely.
So, well, great. I know that you have a new program coming out for January, and it'll run at different times of the year as well. So if people aren't listening to it in January, they can still take advantage. But you tie in self-love. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for my program in January. I have people pre-enrolling right now, and I'm giddy excited about it launching. So it's a 4-week exercise program. You receive 5 workouts per week. You still get the nutrition coaching. We combine it with a community of all of the women doing it together and past alums who've also done it. So you get that full support of women too. But what's great is it's self-love based. So every single day you'll get a message to help you feel better too. Because I find that so often we are so focused on the outside that we don't give ourselves enough love for how awesome we are and how incredible human beings we are. So it's a 4-week program to help you look better on the outside, but also feel better on the inside.
Oh, I love that. I remember I was involved in a yoga challenge at one point, and I believe I needed to do 30 yoga classes in 40 days. And in order to actually keep up with that, I know there were days I had to take 2 classes and, I'd go get my little card punched and, the thing was like brutally falling apart. But to be able to have all those holes punched and say I did that, somehow there was motivation and value to that. I kind of wish there was a little something more at the end, kind of high five at the end, but that wasn't there. So
You didn't get a free t-shirt or something for doing it?
No, it would have been nice. Even for me, you know, like I said, those little fireworks going off on my little wristband was nice. It doesn't take much to make me happy. Moreover, I got some designer thumbtacks. And I just thought those were the coolest things. I just wanted to show everybody that I had these great, cool, decorative thumbtacks. I don't know that they were exactly designer, but they were decorative. That's a better word for it. So what would be a tip? Are people doing 35 minutes a day of workouts to achieve this change in their life? Or what are we trying to get them to do to be able to do this without the pills and the diets and the long workouts?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So I know that you are busy. And so I don't want to, say, let's do an hour worth of weightlifting, because that's horrible for most people who aren't trainers. And, we don't have time for that. We have jobs, we have kids, we have responsibilities. So every workout is 35 minutes or less. So you can do it either in the morning and just wake up a few minutes earlier, even on a lunch break. I have women do it on a quick lunch break, get a few other people together and grab a conference room, do it at a work setting. You could do it after work. It's only 35 minutes. So at some point in your day, I'm sure you can get that in. And then what I focus on is a total body workout. So what's really going to burn the calories and sculpt to the way that most women want to sculpt is a total body workout. So we're working both our upper and our lower at the same time. And by doing that, you need to stabilize. So you also work your core, because your core has to keep you from falling over or from doing, anything you don't want to. So all of the workouts are total body workouts. So for example, a squat with a curl. So a total body workout is going to burn more calories because you're using both your lower body and your upper body at the same time. And you're using your core to stabilize the two. So a good example of a total body exercise is like a squat with a bicep curl, and also a lunge with a shoulder press. So not only are you working both of those muscles at the same time, so you're working your legs, you're working your shoulders, but you're also burning more calories because you're doing all of those things, and you're working your abs to stabilize it all. So I really like to focus on total body movements, so we're getting the most amount of work in the shortest amount of time.
That is awesome. I love that. Now, my question for you would be, I know that you modify your workouts. So let's say somebody had knee issues. You're probably not going to have them do those squats, right? Or do they just have to know themselves not to do it?
Yeah, so depends on the knee issue. Some knee issues are just you have to watch, because if you do too much, it'll hurt. Or you can do a plie squat, which means your legs are like this, and then it doesn't hurt your legs as much. Otherwise, we'll just take those all out altogether. And so to work your legs, a good example that I like to do is you'll stand, bring your knee up to about hip height, and then kick your leg out and kick your leg back in, and do that for 30 seconds. So you're working this top muscle up here. Trust me, just holding it is going to hurt. So then bringing it in and out, you're still working your legs, but that knee joint is up in the air, so you're not putting any pressure on it.
Interesting. My husband has me do that knee up exercise, but I've never heard of it putting the leg back and the leg out. So that's a new twist. I like that.
Yeah, try it.
I will have to. Absolutely. Well, thank you. Well, everybody, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and we are going to be right back with Emily Langlois, and we're talking about how to slim down without diets, pills, or long workouts. So just a minute. We'll be right back. I know that if you're like me, you want to look and feel your best. I've been drinking Zeal for a couple of years now. It's a wonderful product because you use a scoop to take your vitamins. You can put it in with your juice, or you can just put it in with water. I use the great tasting tropical flavor, but they've come out with a new kiwi, a watermelon that sounds wonderful. They have berry and other great flavors, and this gives people a lot of energy as well. It's got some guarana in there for the energy, although you can get guarana free. This is fabulous because you're getting all kinds of vitamins, literally $450 worth of vitamins in one product for one low price, every month. It's helped my hair grow longer because of the biotin in it. I get all of my vitamin D in there. And you can get yours at chansonenergy.com. That's ChansoNEnergy.com. Try some Zeal today. Right, we are back. Emily, I know that you have a nutrition component to all of this. Is that separate coaching or is that within your app?
Within the app. And the nutrition piece, I'll sometimes make optional because some ladies have it all figured out already and they just need someone to coach them on what exercises to do. But it's a complete package that you receive. For nutrition-wise, you'll receive my Quick Start Nutrition Guide, which is a little booklet that I've created telling you what kinds of carbs, proteins, healthy fats to be eating, about how much. And then if you want to go further than that, we can talk on exactly for your body type and your goals, what kinds of ratios we should be looking at. So how many carbs you should be getting here and there. I also talk about, how much sugar you should be getting and myths about sugar types and things like that. I talk how often you should have a sanity meal. I call them sanity meals, not cheat meals. Because we're not cheating on anybody. They're not bad. They're just for our sanity. So I cover that. I cover all bunch of stuff in the Quick Start Nutrition Guide. I also have a recipe book that I created. So you get all of this included with the daily food log when you sign up for a program.
Wow. Now that's part of the support that you have. What other support would a woman get if she signs up for the program?
Yeah, of course. So I believe you need two different parts of it. So first, if you have a functional question, so, how do I do this? Or this felt kind of weird. How do I do it better? A common one is push-ups are hard on people's wrists. So, you could do it on weights, or those are types of questions you would ask me. A lot of times you just want to ask for peer support. So, how have other ladies done this? So that's why you also get into our private group where it's all of the other women doing the program or who have done the program. So they can walk you along through it. You could talk about your wins. You can talk about just life. On Fridays, I talk about what was your win for the week. And so sometimes you post about your workouts. Sometimes your win is, something you did at work. We're here to support you for you 100%. So you get both me and a community of other women.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Now, you're a busy working woman. So, and I know that you're in the middle of moving. I think you've got a dog too.
I do.
Do you fit in time to work out?
Yes. So I work out 6 days a week, and I get cranky on that 7th day because I love exercise of some form. So I do mostly different types of cardio and weightlifting because that's what I enjoy. I also really enjoy yoga. So I do yoga at least once a week. And then I like mixing things up. So I do kickboxing when I can or when I think about it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then, I mix it up a lot in my own workouts because I like variety.
Wow. Well, I now work from home, so it's an adventure for me, and it's a complete adjustment. And because I moved my business into my home, I actually have 4 times bigger than I had home before. It's 4,400 square feet. It is 5 different levels in 6 sections.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't walk a lot, obviously, outside of the home. Now, part of the benefit of having the puppy is I can take her for walks, but I spend a lot of time going up and down my stairs, and, I'll try to do 3 or 4 extra runs up and down the stairs or go in circles or, things like that. And in the past, and I think I even did a video about this, some of the ways that I exercise is, if I'm out in a store or whatever, I will take my purse, which is always heavy, and I will do arm lifts with my purse, when we're or above my head or something like that. I almost always make a point of parking further away to get extra steps in my day. And I always try to be real cognizant of those things because let's face it, I'm just going to sit here and get a fat butt if I don't do something, right?
That's awesome. And I promote the same kinds of things too. So I'll tell women, park further away, or if you sit in an office all day, use a further away restroom. So don't go to the one right by.
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah. And that's something you don't think of because you're just like, I'm going to quickly go right there. Or on lunch, take a walk around the parking lot.
There you go.
You just get a quick little walk, or if it's snowy, walk just a lap around the office, or go walk and talk to somebody instead of sending an email. So it forces you to stand up and walk, and it gets you to talking to people.
Oh, I think that's a great point. You know, when we had our office, it was a 5,300 square foot office and warehouse facility. And I think often people in the office would go talk to each other about things. And somebody suggested at one point, oh, well, there's an app where they can communicate with each other or message or whatever. And I think it's great to get up and move your legs. And I would try to make it a point of going out and just doing those laps around the outside of the building, once or twice, 3 times a day, just to get the blood moving a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. You mentioned you had a Fitbit. That was something I loved about mine was every hour, if you didn't hit your steps or whatever, it vibrated and said, go take more steps.
That's true. You're right. It did do that. I'd forgotten about that. I'm going to have to dig mine out one of these days and get back to it, especially because I sincerely worry about being confined to this space as much as I am. I enjoy it on one level, but I'm looking for long-term health. And I think everybody should be. I have a friend, she's 88, 89, somewhere in there. And she says exercise is free medicine. Okay. This
Absolutely.
lady, she is literally blind. Okay. But she takes the bus and goes places. She goes dancing. She takes salsa lessons. She takes cooking lessons. She travels every year to Hawaii and to Nashville.
Wow.
Got to go see Elvis, He may be gone.
She's my kind of lady.
She's there. I love this lady. And I want to be her when I'm older. My intent is to live to be 98 and healthy. So what do I have to do? I know that I don't get enough vitamin D in my life. So I make sure that I take vitamin D because now I'm not going to be able to explain it to people the way you could. But there are literally things in our body that are totally dependent on that. It's actually hormonal, isn't it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so those are simple things that we can do for ourselves. That's an investment. The water, I haven't talked to you. My main business is Chance and Water. We do alkaline water ionizers.
Oh,
and those are absolutely amazing in what they do for people's health. Changing the water you drink to get a long-term benefit for your life, it's an investment in the beginning, but it's something that's going to pay off. I say it's like health insurance from your tap. Mm-hmm. So give us one more suggestion that somebody can do, and then I want to hear about your program.
Yeah. So another thing I like to talk to women about is watch how often you're eating, because a lot of times we don't actually eat enough or often enough. And so what that does, if you're only eating, twice a day, your blood sugar drops dramatically because you get really hungry. You haven't eaten in 5 hours. So that's when we start to get that, I'm so hungry, I'm going to eat anything, or I'm going to eat too much because, face it, you're hungry. So what I always recommend to people is to eat every 2 to 3 hours, some kind of balanced snack or a small meal. So that way it keeps your metabolism going throughout the day. You never reach that too hungry feeling, so you never overindulge unless it's a planned splurge. So you keep your blood sugar at a good level throughout the whole day. So that's always what I recommend. And then right when you wake up, have a glass of water.
Yes.
So, so you get your metabolism started first thing in the morning.
Yep, that water is so important to hydrate, and that first sip goes straight to your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to throw in here because you mentioned the glucose levels, and I have found that for me personally, for years, I did not eat before 3:30 in the afternoon. I would not take a bite of food because as soon as I ate anything, my energy just dropped. And once I started drinking the alkaline ionized water, everything changed for me. I eat in the mornings now, and those meals throughout the day. You can have 5 almonds. I love to do I'm not so much into like mixed powdered shakes or shakes with, what do we call it? The yogurt or the sorbet, all that kind of stuff in it, because you're adding a lot of sugar.
Sure.
But I love to throw, fruits and vegetables in my NutriBullet and, throw my vitamins in there. I hate pills. So I put my powdered, I use a product called Zeal, and I put a scoop of that in there, and it's amazing in how it makes me feel.
Absolutely. Or I take a multivitamin every day. As long as you're getting that in some way.
Yes.
And making sure you're getting enough fruits and vegetables, because that's what's going to bulk up the diet too. So you don't crave those other things as much.
I love that. Now, tell everybody about the program. We talked about a little bit about it, but you've got something that they can sign up on your mailing list for. So there's a couple different ways that they can get involved with working with you. So go ahead and tell them about that.
Yeah, so I send a daily motivation every single morning. So every morning you get an exercise of the day. It's something easy you can do while you're getting dressed. It might be an ab exercise, a leg, something. And then also a health tip or a positive thought for the day. So something while you're getting ready to just start the day on the right foot. I send this to anybody on my mailing list. So if you're interested, you can sign up at fitonyourtime.com. And I think it just helps people get in that mindset of to be healthy throughout the day. I love doing it personally. So, and then if you like doing that, you can keep going and do one of my programs. Like we've talked about, the Love Your Body program starts January 2nd, and I'll keep that going throughout the year too. So you have many times to get involved and ask questions, because I really just love sharing knowledge and helping people get healthier. That's my goal, is to help you get healthier, stronger, and happier in your life.
That's beautiful. I absolutely love that. And I love that you've tied in this self-love element. I always wanted big boobs, and I used to have on my vision board, Kelly Pickler, after she was on American Idol years ago, and when she kind of got rolling, she got implants, and she just looks so cute and perky. And I put that on my vision board, and my son says, "Hey, Mom, why do you have that on there?" And I said, "Oh, I think she has a cute haircut." I'm not going to tell the kid that, I want bigger boobs. Well, lo and behold, when you get a little bit older and gain a little bit of weight, all of a sudden I have boobs. And even my grandmother said, "Did you get implants?" I'm like, "No, I didn't." But as they get bigger, they get a little saggier when you get older and all that. And I've learned that it's so important. Just love yourself wherever you're at. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to compete with anybody. And so I just think that you're brilliant that you've put that in there. And I just thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Tell everybody, I know you said it, but one more time, how they can reach out to you.
Yes. So feel free to connect with me either on social media, and that's through my website. It's fitonyourtime.com. And you can also sign up for the emails too, to get a little daily motivation every morning.
All right. Well, high five. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you have found this to be valuable, please share. If you have questions or comments, we would love to hear them. And we look forward to seeing you all again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for listening to the Princess Power Hour with Natalie Thomas. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit princesspower.com or on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter at PP Princess Power. Until next time, work smarter, not harder. Have a question for your host of Princess Power Hour, Natalie Thomas? Contact us at www.princesspower.com or tweet us at PP Princess Power.